Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. So here is going to be another part to the LED upgrade for my 2014 F-250. So I'll go ahead and show you what I'm doing. I'm in the back seat of my truck, and I've already kind of got that loose. That is kind of a pain in the butt, by the way. So for those of you guys, make sure you have the right tool. I don't really particularly think I have the right tool, but once I do this, that's it. It's done. So here is a look at the bulbs for the rear. It is the 6411, which is also fits the 578. So that's the two LED bulb. I went with the super bright white LED for the rear. And that's going to be, there's two of these bulbs in the rear, and then I'm going to be using a 194, which is also 168 or 2825 super bright LED. I believe there's only one of these back here, so I've already got it pulled down. I did have the rear lights on. I went ahead and grabbed my headlamp so you guys can see this. It is at night, and this is the best time to do this. So I don't have enough of these bulbs to go ahead and do the front two map lights, so I won't be able to do that for this video. So this will just be strictly the rear lights for this video. So hang tight, and we'll go ahead and show you how to do it. Alrighty guys, I can't do this with just one hand, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and disconnect this, and this whole thing will come down, and then we'll go from there. So let me go ahead and do this, and then we'll show you sitting in front of me. Hang tight. Alrighty guys, so I made an error. First thing you're going to notice is there's actually three of the 6411 or 578 bulbs. So after a quick trip to my local Advanced Auto Parts, I was able to pick up the third one. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a comparison of the standard bulb that came with the truck and then one of the LEDs, and just show you guys how bright they are. But just a heads up that there is three of these 6411. It actually says that in the manual, but when I kept looking at the bulb, it looked like the center one was a 194. That's hence why I bought the 194. Turns out they're all the 6411 or the 578, whatever the manual says. I don't know exactly off the top of the head. So got that fixed. So what I'll do, and then the next step, so I got that down. The next thing you want to do is take this off. Actually, you can see there's some bugs have gotten in there. So I'm actually going to clean that out real good before I snap all this back in place. But so you want to take this off, and then you want to take the plastic cover off, because the way it looks like is from the bottom. And the only one that looks easy to get to would be that one, but it's a lot easier to go from this side. So you're going to have to take the clear plastic piece off, and then there's two tabs at the top here by my thumb. There's two there, and then there is one, where was that at? One right, again, sorry guys, doing it for one hand. There's one right here that's connected, and then one right in the same spot over here. So those four tabs is what keeps that plastic, the clear plastic on. So sorry guys, I'm using my headphone without the light because it will cause a glare and you won't be able to see it. So I'm using the headlamp, so do apologize for the poor quality here, but you guys are getting the gist of it. There's three bulbs, so I'm gonna go ahead and take out one, and then we'll show you, I'll plug it back in and show you the difference. So hang tight. Alrighty guys, so I popped that out. It was real simple. I just kind of pulled up in the middle. Here's what the bulb looks like. This is the old halogen bulb that was in there. These are still good, so I'll hang on to these if I ever get a blowout of the LED and I'm not available to pick up another LED bulb. It shouldn't have an issue, but that's the design of that. It's got like little loops up here at the bottom and the top, and then the LED is much lighter, and then the design of that one is a lot different, so there's no loops or anything. So that's what the bulb looks like. So I'll go ahead and pop this in, and I'll show you that here in a second. Alrighty guys, so I'm just going to simply pop this back in like that. That's as simple as that. Sorry guys, again, let me hold it up. That's the new bulb there on the right, and then the old bulb halogen on the left there. or incandescent. Sorry, used to saying halogen for automotive. The old police lights. So let's go ahead and plug this back in. I'll show you guys a comparison. Alrighty guys, so there's a comparison of the halogen and the new LED. I'm not entirely sure, but it looks like it does flicker. So I hope that is not the case. Maybe what I might have to do is squeeze those two metal back together to give it a little bit tighter fit. So that's a comparison. Right now it looks like the halogen's a little brighter, but the super bright LED is a much whiter LED. So we'll see when we're finally done. Make sure this works like it should. So that flickering kind of concerns you a little bit. Hopefully that's not an issue. So I think if I just tighten those two things down, we'll be good to go. So hang tight. Okay, so what I ended up having to do was press these two metal things together, and that actually it still spins. And I'll show you here. So it still spins, and it's still kind of loose back and forth there, but it's not loose like it was when I first put this one in. So hopefully that fixes the flickering issue that I was noticing. If not, then we'll know we have an issue, and I'll have to try to figure out how to fix that. So hopefully that works. So let me go ahead and finish putting this last bulb in, and we'll put it all back together and see how it looks. Alright guys, so I'm really shaking on these lamps, and the flickering has gone away. So that was definitely the issue. So the middle light just went out because I hit the unlock key. That's the only reason. So map lights are working good. Let me go ahead and button this all up, and we'll see how it looks when it's completed project here. Alright guys, I had some crazy technical issues with getting it back put together. Just a good idea for you guys if you're having a hard time putting this back together. How I'll describe it, I didn't want to film it because I was getting very frustrated. I just spent the last probably 20 minutes trying to put this back together. So there's a yellow plate that goes between the headliner and the and that's what this housing connects to, and that goes like I said, so it's the roof of your vehicle, and then this plastic piece, and then the headliner, and then this housing. Well, in the process of removing this housing, there's a little foam backing that broke, and that's what holds that plastic piece in place. And for the darndest, I could not figure that out until I reached my hand in there to figure out what happened, and I found the piece, and then I looked at the back of the plastic inside the roof, and that was where it was supposed to go. So I had to glue that back on, and got that back in place. So here's the final product. Very, very bright. I did clean that lens out. It lights up the truck very nicely now. Very impressed. Turn those two off, and then we'll unlock the truck, and it should turn on the dome light. There you go. So that one, and then these two, and it really fills in the truck cab nicely. So we got this taken care of. These bulbs are about $10.45 a piece. If you order from Advanced Auto Parts, I believe there's coupons, you can get 20% off. So but very, very happy so far. I really like the way this looks, and this kind of gives you the feel of the 2017 and up truck, and you know, with the LEDs. So I really like that. That was one of the upgrades I wanted to do. So next up, I'm going to go ahead and do the two front map lights. So here's a final look at the light, at the dome, LED. And we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Like, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.